$104 for a surprise box? What? Do you like the 151 UPC? Do you like all these packs? Well, I do too, but I can't afford it. But what I can afford is a poster collection. Get me to 100 subscribers and I'll share one of these with you. Share the video, like, comment, and you'll be entered in the giveaway. Thanks, guys. There it is. What is going on, guys? Welcome back. So, obviously, I have a lot to say. It's been quite the week. Lots going on. So, we're just going to jump right into it. Welcome to your week in Pokemon. Okay, so we're going to start with the first thing. I have a follow-up from the pack scanning situation. Max W, who again, I highly recommend, go check him out, has done another test, and this time he has determined that you can scan sleeved packs. So, regular booster packs and sleeved packs are on the table for being scanned. His control was not very good. He only did a few, but it does look like even with the small control, it does point in the direction that you can actually scan these things. So we're just doing a quick follow-up on that little story. The next thing that's been going on is PSA has announced that they are delaying the grades. So things are taking a lot longer. I personally had this happen to me. It took me over 90 days for my submission to get back to me. I thought for a second they lost my cards, but I did get my cards back. And for the most part, you know, I'm pretty happy with the results. I will be making a separate video. I have a couple other cards getting graded that I'm waiting to come back from another company. And I was going to compare the two and overall share my results with you guys. So just a little, you know, heads up that PSA is going to be taking longer than expected. So if you still have some cards being graded with GameStop, don't worry, they're still going to go through. It is at this point 90 practical days from what I'm getting. So our next thing that is basically a real big issue is that pre-orders are all gone. Everything sold out once again from Journey Together. Now, Journey Together came out the following day of my last Your Week in Pokemon, so I posted a quick video in the morning trying to help people out and trying to get you guys in. But unfortunately, at that point, I think it was too late. The website was actively crashing. Nothing was working, and all the products sold out within probably 10 minutes of that entire experience. So just letting you guys know that it's kind of rough out there. I've been watching a lot of different content, and there's a lot going on in terms of who's to blame, and we'll get more into that a little bit later. But things are pretty rough. If you are looking to get Journey Together, your best bet is getting a monitor or a Discord notifier of some kind. I personally use PokeNotify. It's great. But in general, you're going to need that because we are seeing actively tens of thousands of people trying to buy these items within a split second of each other, right? I mean, you have to be quick. You have to be on top of it. The bots are insane. Anything that gets stocked in is scooped up. Honestly, if you're not dying to get these items, you're better off just waiting and getting some of the other items that are not as exciting, just because it's almost impossible and the stress is not worth it. I was trying to get some 151 UPCs that were getting restocked in Target, and I literally sat there for hours on my phone, just refreshing, checking, clicking, refreshing, checking, clicking. It was grueling. It was not a good experience. I ended up not getting anything. So I highly recommend maybe not chasing these items and going somewhere where it's still kind of fun, you know, and checking your local Pokemon machine. And it may not have the items you're looking for, but there's still plenty to get. The next thing I wanted to talk about is the basic market changes that we're experiencing, right? Everything's going up and everybody has a lot to say on who's to blame. Now, remember, we have collectors, we have players, we have flippers, we have investors, we have content creators, right? And somewhere in between all those things, you have rip and shippers. So these guys are basically subjected to the whims of the market. If the market goes up high, they have to buy the product. If it goes really low, they have to buy the product. It doesn't matter. Okay. And so, what we're seeing with a lot of different things, and we'll use Obsidian Flames as an example, this is all hypothetical, but if the rip and shipper is making content, they obviously need packs to rip, right? So, they might go and buy Obsidian Flames for like $3.50 USD. Now, those items will be then sold for a premium, but not crazy. So, we'll say $5, right? They'll sell it for $5 on Whatnot or YouTube or eBay Live or TikTok or whatever it may be. And you, the consumer, will buy it. And great, okay, they bought it. The problem is that then other people see that they're selling for that amount. They then go, okay, well, that's what the market price is because people are buying them. So now that same pack that was $3.50 becomes $5. So what do? They go and they buy as much product as possible from other places to get it cheaper because they don't want to raise their prices, right? So they'll go and buy out all your ancillary products, all your little collection boxes. And that's kind of why when you go to your local store, there's nothing on the shelves. A lot of it is being supplied to the rip and shippers. And distro is kind of, from what I understand, holding on to some product and also like funneling it through. And they're giving a lot of it to rip and shippers, a large portion. So the rip and shipper is pretty much exhausting what it can get for a reasonable price and is now turning to going to the standard market. The standard market says, hey, I see you guys selling for $5. So they go, okay, fine, we'll take them for $5. And that forces people to buy their packs at now $6 because, again, they have to cover their shipping, they have to cover their costs, and they have to, make some money for their time. So the problem is that the demand goes high, the market goes high, and then us as consumers go, well, where are we going to buy? So we check eBay and stuff like that, right? Well, sometimes you get lucky and sometimes you don't. Real quick, I want to make sure this makes sense. The reason why I brought up eBay is because a lot of people are buying regular items from eBay now where they wouldn't have before. They were always looking for deals, but now they're just looking for anything that's normally on the shelf. This is bringing up the price of everything as well. Just wanted to explain that real quick. But a lot of people will actually go to places like YouTube Live, Whatnot Live, TikTok, and just buy packs there. And it's becoming a situation to where you may not have any choice. It does seem like that's what's happening with Prismatic off the launch. We're seeing huge amounts of inventory going to rip and shippers. They're posting it online. And we're seeing LGSs who are struggling to get anything. And so it seems like the best option a standard consumer has is buying a singular pack. Well, where are you going to do that? You're probably going to have to do it off of a rip and shipper, right? So this big argument was happening. You had PokeRev, who had his position on things, saying that the hobby is in trouble due to the fact that young people and standard collectors can't get into it, right? But then, of course, you have a lot of, hey, you can't say that. You're a big collector, PokeRev. So you had some rebuttals coming from people like Alex from Nostalgianomics. Now he makes a great point. It's really hard for PokeRev to go and make these claims when PokeRev is sitting on a huge castle of inventory, right? Then you go over here and you got PokeNE, who is blaming bad business practices as causing these issues. To be honest, it's a little bit of everything from what we can see, and it comes down to the fact that Pokemon Company is not printing to demand. That's reality. The market is extremely hot. That's reality. And people have to adapt and understand that. And the price is the price. And until people start refusing to pay the prices on a large scale, it's not going to come down. Why would it, right? So again, I strongly recommend if anybody's struggling to getting inventory or stuff, just go buy some stuff that is, maybe not your primary focus, but you could really take advantage on, collecting certain sets that are not as popular, right? You could even go back. By the time that you're paying these prices, $200, $300 for a booster box, you could go get like a Sun and Moon booster box, that's cheaper, or some products from that era, right? And now you're getting what is considered to be older product, right? I think Steam Siege, you can still pick it up for like $350, $400. I know no one likes it, but hey, it's at this point almost vintage. Why not? Have some fun with it. Take advantage of the fact that the The market is going to push us in weird directions that you normally wouldn't do. Go check out different shops. Go check out Barnes and Nobles. Go check out Walgreens. Go to your like different locations. And also, if you have a store that you like that is popular online, get to know the people in those stores. Join the Discords, build up a community, and they might have some stuff for you that is kind of hidden behind a paywall per se, you know, and you might get lucky that way too, because they do have the best interests for the consumer, but the market is going to pull everything from underneath you, and that's just the reality of it. Okay, so I just wanted to get into that a little bit. That kind of explains the thumbnail. There's really nothing there. Everything's bought out. They're trying to restock as fast as they can, but there's nothing on the shelves. It's empty, right? And until Pokemon figures out how to fix this issue, we're going to be living with it for a while. So just kind of brace yourself. Also, I kind of wanted to talk over this situation with the prismatic ETBs. Like I said in the last little clip there's been a lot of cancellations. There's also been some strange things happening. And I don't remember if I spoke about this, so I'm going to make it real brief. But basically, a personal experience I've had is that Walmart was pushing holds onto my card that were not authorized multiple times. And it wasn't Walmart, but it was, you know, the company that they have fulfilling these things. I mean, look at this. ETB is asking for $180, right? I got lucky and I got mine at $59. So I got them at MSRP, and I didn't get many of them, but I got enough to where I noticed that a large portion of my money was being kind of processed out, and it happened multiple times to the point where I went, hey, why is this happening to my account? And so I contacted them, and they did confirm that there is multiple unauthorized holds being processed through my account, and that they should all be released at the time of delivery for my boxes. Great. But the question is why? So, little conspiracy. I believe what's happening here is that Prismatic was oversold for everyone in every place. And so one of the issues that they had was that Prismatic was oversold at Walmart. They didn't have enough inventory to complete all of them. And instead of canceling a bunch of people, what they're doing is they're pushing these hold charges that aren't real, that they'll get refunded, to see if people do not have enough funds in their account to where it can't meet that. And then it causes it to then get canceled. And they go, oh, sorry, you just didn't have enough money. That sucks, man. We're going to have to cancel the order. So that way they don't have to be the bad guys. That's my guess. That's my best guess on what's happening there. So just wanted to talk about that a little bit. Next thing, Blooming Waters was dropped online this week. It is currently out of stock. If you can get it, great. It's a lot of this and a lot of hoping. Again, get monitors. Now, we should expect Blooming Waters to start hitting store shelves on the 15th and the 16th. So this would be tomorrow and Thursday. From what I hear, that's when we can start seeing it hitting the shelves. I don't know that for a fact. I'm just letting you know that's what I heard. Let's see. We talked about the infighting. We talked about the Blooming Waters. I'm just kind of going over through my notes here. Okay, Pokemon Center restock. Remember, the Pokemon Center does tend to restock their ETBs on day of release. Their products here. So, as we saw with Journey Together, that launched and restocked. I guess in their case, it just launched at 5:30 in the morning Pacific Standard Time. So I would be ready to go at, I don't know, 5:15 on again, Pacific Standard Time for this, for the Prismatic stuff, because you don't know when it's going to drop. I'm being told that's going to happen on the 17th. I don't know for sure, but your best shot of getting another Pokemon Center ETB is going to be the day of. So I just want to bring that up quickly. The next thing that is happening is we have the McDonald's promos that are coming out. This is going to be happening from January 21st until February 24th. It's going to be a dragon theme, and basically you're going to get a Happy Meal and you're going to get a nice little collection of cards. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Try to get it early, as we saw in the past that these get eaten up by the market very quickly, and a lot of out of stocks and a lot of dishonest people. Other than that, I just kind of wanted to show the overall prices, and I showed this earlier. This is just insane. Here's where we are with Prismatic as of the 14th. Okay, I'm doing this the night of the 14th. We're looking at $45 for a mini tin with Umbreon, $30 for Leafeon. Insane. It is a premium of $15. The surprise box is, I think, like 5 times the MSRP. So if you got this, you got a steal of a deal. The booster packs themselves are going for $17 each. And the booster bundles are going for $90. Guys, this is going to be a bloodbath. If you can get them, get them. Understand that there's going to be a point where a lot of people will sell off their inventory as soon as they get it to get a quick flip. And that will be probably our only chance to really get anything under these market prices, because I just don't see anybody asking for less at this point. So I just wanted to go over that real quick. Other than that, that's kind of your week of Pokemon. I'll see you guys next week, and I wish you the best of luck and have fun, you know, and post anything in the chat down below in the comments. Let me know if you get any good polls, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.